Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone.
We're
I have
so glad
such
we're all here at 8 o'clock. Yes.
We're upright. We're on the right side of the dirt. That's all that matters,
Yeah.
right?
Even if it's just the three of us, we're happy. So
Yeah.
anything else is a bonus.
It's 7 o'clock here, so
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
it's 7 o'clock. Oh, well, no, don't be sorry. She got to be, stay in bed an extra hour.
Oh, no, because it's 8 o'clock here.
Oh, no, she had to get out of bed. Oh, dear. Sorry, darling.
that's
Oh,
okay.
that's just not fair, is it?
I'll survive, I'm sure.
You'll survive. Okay. Um. ugh, I mean, this place is so messy. I can't function. I honestly can't function anymore, guys. It's like
Tanya's gonna
bad.
have to do a bit of organizing before she can play today.
I can't even think straight.
So, what are you
Mm.
going to be doing today, Jean?
You said you guys were working on UFOs, and I just recently revamped the
Hi, Brittany.
studio, and I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 art journals where the collage is done or parts of it are done, but it's not done.
Yeah.
So
It's not doodled on.
that's
It's not
right.
gened up. It's not gened up.
That's right. So that's what I'm gonna do today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Hi,
going to
Brittany.
make you big for the moment so you can show us that cute journal because that's looking adorable.
This was
Yeah.
actually a date book, and when I was done, I just glued pages together to give them a little stability, and I just collaged on them.
I
There's a
like it.
little bit of doodling, but I don't leave this much blank space. Heaven forbid.
I know she never leaves much blank space. Look, I have a little. Oh, you can't see me. That's fine.
There's still work, but I'm bound and determined that this year all of those are going to get finished up so that I can
Yay.
give them to my children and get them out of my house.
There you go. That sounds wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're glad you're here bright and early, Brittany.
Yes, we are.
Everybody else, I guess, is still trying to get their coffee together.
Actually, I've been up long enough I'm on my second cup.
Hello, Beastie. It's okay. It's okay. He's so excited he finally got out of the crate. He's running around like a little banshee.
Hi, Belinda. I'm having to clean up this morning because I just cannot work.
So, do we like
Oh,
this? That's very
I
narrow, though, isn't it?
I don't like that at all.
I don't either, but I wish these could be bigger.
Yeah, me too.
But that's okay. Welcome, welcome,
Oh,
Belinda.
yes.
Well, I made a decision last night when I was having trouble finishing this page.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about finishing the pages right now. I'm just going to put the biggest ones on pages, and then I'm going to come back with smaller and smaller ones and just fill in wherever. Hi,
I
Maria.
think that's
Welcome, welcome.
and hi, Anne and Maria and Belinda and Brittany. Yeah, I think that's the wise decision, Lisa, because you'll. I think you'll find the proper thing easier.
Yeah. Well, and that takes the pressure off
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
really all I want is to get all these people together in this book,
Yeah.
and they don't, and I've got like, you know, a bunch. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to fill up the book or not, but it'll get me a good start if all I do is just glue them down wherever.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
hi Kathleen, welcome, welcome. Anne, sorry I didn't say hi to you a minute ago. I'm glad you're here.
Hi, Kathleen. Okay. Let's see here. We got to back up some. Oh yeah.
So, do you think you need some of these? Sparrow needs some treats so he can be good enough to get his collar on.
I see. Good enough, huh? Okay.
Uh-oh,
So
come here,
yes.
buddy.
Oh dear. He dropped his treat.
No, he went to. Oh, it's his jacket that he's.
I'd rather not put cheese all over him for the collar.
Me too. Yeah, just a minute. I'll give you some more. Cause we're bad. We give our dog potato chips once in a while when we're out of treats and he needs.
Yeah, well,
something
that's
good.
the way that's the way
Mine
things
love
work.
potato chips.
Good boy. Good boy, Sparrow.
Okay, so yesterday I couldn't find the silverware. It's because I was looking for a plastic bag, not a box. They were in a box.
Well, at least you found them. That's good.
Yeah, it took a while, but I found them. So now I have to find the one I want to use on the front of my journal.
Good boy, Sparrow.
If a knife would work, it'd make it easier, but not really. I was thinking I really liked this spoon.
Okay, let me make you big so we can see what your choices are.
I have a whole box full of choices.
So are you gonna leave it fat like that, or are you gonna try to flatten it out?
I think that when I decide what one I want, I will see about flattening it out. So it's not going to happen today, but at least it's
Chosen.
chosen. Yes.
I like that one.
I
like
like
I
that
have a
one.
million more, but
What?
I said, I know you have a million more, but I like that one.
Okay, but see, look at this one. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say speed it up because we can't see the pretty part.
Yeah, look at the color on that one compared to the color on this one, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. Somehow the lighter one kind of blends into your journal.
Yeah, this one looks funky on there.
Uh-huh.
So
I
mean,
agree.
I have forks, but I think the fork, even pounded flat, if I was able to flatten it, is going to catch on things real bad.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at what
do you? I was just asking Jean what she thinks
Well, I
about
think
that.
the fork is going to pound flatter because the tines are going to be smaller pieces that have to flatten out.
Yeah, but I think they'll catch.
I do too. I love this one.
This one, I think
Yeah.
that was the one I picked out last night. I mean, I still like the silvery one better.
Yeah. It just goes well with the the muted colors you got.
Right. I've got a round one, but I like the long one better.
Yeah.
Plus, this one's going to be really hard to pound out because it's much more scooped.
Your cover looks like, good and vintage and been loved for a long time. And so does the spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the color of a used spoon, not a color of one that's been sitting around forever.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, that size or this size?
I like that one.
I do too.
I like the big one, and I like it right there.
Yeah. See, you chose fine without us.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
confidence in your choice.
All right. Well, that's that then. You can make me small. I'm just going to set this aside for today because I'll have to go outside. Hi, Kathleen. Good morning. I'll have to go outside later and not today. I'll have to get it pounded because I think as heavy as this is, it's going to take some heat to make it pound flat without destroying it, without splitting it. I think it's going to take some heat. So that's going to take me a little while to do. Oh, my gosh, this spoon has...
do you have a big vise?
Yes, I have a big vise. I mean, Jeff has.
With that.
I have found that doesn't work as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it will it'll pinch a piece of it, and even with leather in the vise, it will pinch. A little bit of heat, pound. Sophia. A little bit more heat, pound. Hi, Sophia. that tends to, I've done flatware before, but look at the spoon though. It's got a, oh shoot, the dumb thing doesn't focus when I have it on, the focus turned off. Okay. Look at the back of that spoon.
Oh, how
Oh,
pretty.
pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous on the back? This one has it, but it's almost worn off.
Yeah. Because that's
Thank goodness.
been used. People loved it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyways, I'm going to go move these things out of my space because at the moment I cannot function with all this stuff here. So that's the spoon I'm going to use. I think I'm going to put it right about there when I get it flattened.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to flatten it all the way, I don't think. But the biggest thing is I don't want the spoon to split along the edges when I go to flatten it. So I had a little knife. It was really cute. And I thought, oh, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this will be perfect. Because, see how flat it is? But it's absolutely twisted right here.
Oh,
That's
my goodness.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks intentional.
Yeah, it is intentional. But I'm afraid it'll break trying to unflatten it because it would have been an interesting, very flat piece on there,
Yeah.
if it hadn't been like that. So, and all the rest of the knives are too big, and besides, they're too straight. I thought the knives were, see, it's like straight. It's not, it doesn't have any curves. I like the curves.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll be it. That's the one. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to take the box of silverware, both just in. Uh-oh. Yeah, Sophia, you were afraid of that yesterday.
Oh, we're sorry, Sophia. That's not good.
Nope. Anyways, I'm going to take the silverware back to the laundry room and the book to the other room so that I can have some space to work. And I'll be back.
Alrighty. This one's just determined to cause me troubles. Okay, that's. There you go, laying down and watching movies. That sounds exactly like what needs to be going on.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of movies this past month. It's been kind of nice.
What have you watched?
Well, I love Christmas movies, so there was a lot of those.
Yeah.
I watched Palms the other night with Diane Keaton and the old people in her, um, I don't want to say nursing home, but senior citizen thing.
Assisted
Like a
living?
retirement center or?
Yeah, a retirement community kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they all became cheerleaders.
Oh, I've
Oh,
seen the previews for that, but I haven't ever watched it.
yeah, me too. That.
I
So
think
what'd
that's
you
sounds
think?
so early, so
All right. Now then, where am I? I'm not sure. Okay. Drink lots
I
of
just
fluids.
noticed
Yes.
that if I. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
No. Anne said drink lots of fluids, and
Yes.
I have to agree with her. Okay, so I had decided that I didn't like the top on these. That it needs to be it needs to be softer on the corners. So it figures I put that punch away. Let's put the other one away. I'll have a little more room.
These people have a stripe right down, and it's the exact same color as this page.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, well, maybe I should just take advantage of that.
I was
And
going to say leave a border. Yep. Uh-huh.
yeah, why not? I can just do this any way I want. It's just a glue book and it's mine. So
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I can't seem to do a glue book. This is as glue book as I get, and it has to turn into something. I can't just glue things on there and be happy with it.
Well, Lisa's never happy with it. Show her the page you're. Oh, no, you can't right now. Okay, here's the deal. I still don't like it. It sticks out too far. That's what's wrong.
yeah,
It sticks out too far. So I have options. I can stick it in a pocket, which I think I would like better.
this is the one I think she's talking about.
Yes. Look at what she's doing to that one.
I
Jean.
glued this picture down and then I fussy cut these two people out and put them in there. That's the kind of collaging I like to do. But that's really not what I intended this book to be. But when I tried to just stick, another picture in there, I didn't like the square with these round.
Yeah.
And so typically when I do paper, collage type glue book stuff, it typically ends up where I fussy cut a bunch of stuff and add it in like that. But that's really not what I wanted for this book. What I just wanted a book that's a collection of pictures of people from all over the world, just doing their thing,
Anyways,
because I
but
wanted it.
it will be a glue book in per se, but her glue books always have collage in them. They aren't just pictures glued in.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this one, that's what I wanted, was just to make it a pictures glued in, but I couldn't do it.
Well,
Now,
we know
That.
because what
Okay.
the premise is that we're all more the same than we are different.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of show that. And I'm so tired of all the governments and the wars and all this stuff, and I just wanted to have a place to put down pictures of all the people. We the People is the name of the book. Because we the people just want peace and happiness. We don't need, all the power struggles that everybody, the elites and the governments want to go through. We just want to be left alone. But anyway,
Well,
and sometimes we don't think about the fact that the other people in other parts of the world, they're feeling the same thing we are,
Mm-hmm.
They're not happy about all the junk going on either. So anyway, well, thank you, Sophia. But now I really am trying just to make it, a glue book. But these bigger pictures will be the hardest ones to do that with, because they almost take up the whole page, but not quite. And so I'm not sure. But I'm going to get the big ones out of the way because they're the hardest. I think it's easier to add stuff on top of or around a big picture than it is to try to fit a big picture in where you got little stuff. So, but I'm going to be having to buy glue by the time I get through with this. And I didn't think about that when I was
Okay,
planning.
don't buy.
So go ahead and do this.
Please don't buy glue. I will send you some.
Oh,
Did I not send you some?
you did send me some. That's what I'm using.
Okay, so you've used up what I sent you. Okay.
No, I have about 3 more. I'm just saying when I finish working this, it goes fast
the
in a book
whole
like
book.
this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, but don't buy more. I'll get you a box out.
Okay. Well,
promise.
thank you.
I'll get you some out. I just
Tanya came on a really good deal.
yes. Actually, Helen came on the really good deal, and then she turned me on to the really good deal, and then Tanya and Helen went back and really good deal. They were together for a while.
There you go.
It was a really good deal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is this gonna? Yeah, see, I don't like that either. He sticks out way too far, so that's not going to work.
I hear the frustration.
Well, somewhere in the middle of the night, I got a headache. Apparently, it's the middle of the night headaches around here, so.
Oh, Sophia, those sound like good movies to watch. I need to see if I can find those. I need to write them down. Or a series. I guess they're really not movies, but
yeah.
One of them is called. Hannah was asking. One of them is called Vigil, and then there's one called Digging for Britain, which is an archaeology thing, which I would love.
Yeah.
Vigil was a series a year or two ago, a Scottish detective on a nuclear submarine. I think that sounds fun. Oh, no, I'm sure he didn't. Oh, you need to go do your stuff. I said that sounded like fun. She said, I don't think he thought it was fun.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Okay, I got these ladies talking at the hair salon.
Oh, they're fabulous.
But then I got these cute little kids with their chicken and their doggy. This one lady's like, look at those bathing suits. Can you believe what people are wearing? Well, maybe she's thinking, oh, look, she actually has her middle covered up. We're going backwards. Yay.
Well, and it almost looks like the bottom is long enough to cover her behind.
I know. It's actually, something decent.
Well, I think that makes the decision on which side to use. If you can come up with the story for a picture, then
there you go.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I cut it out for this picture, and I just happened to turn it over.
Well,
but I do like that picture, so I think I'm gonna just do it. Sorry, kiddos. I got lots of kids in the book. Not very many old ladies discussing bathing suit trends.
yeah.
In fact, this is, I think, the only one of those. Okay.
Sometimes
See, when I was working on that other page, I couldn't help it. I had to fussy cut these girls out. So now I got to
Yeah.
find a place to put them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that right there. You look very warm. Have a good walk, hon. It's 31 degrees. It feels like 21. I'm sure that's true. The wind must be blowing a little bit.
It was warm here today. I think it was in the 40s.
Well,
No, I mean, yeah, it's 50s. It looks like.
right now or what it will be.
It's 58 right now.
58 right now at Tanya's.
Mm-hmm. And the sun is out, so it's
She
But
said, "Good for you."
Is she complaining? Uh-huh. Okay.
It's 31 here.
It's 31 here. That's exactly what it is here.
Usually, your area temperature and mine are pretty similar.
Okay. So.
Oh, there. Sophia's got a story.
Okay. Can
There's
you
Sophia's
believe?
story. It's for this picture.
Oh.
I love it.
Okay. I think that's a good one. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, what do we think of this?
Let me make you big so we can all tell better.
Okay. Well, see the notepad's on the back. So I turned it over and I just tied one of these little metal snowflakes to this paper clip. And
yeah,
it'll go
I
in
like that better.
And it will, the little floofy thing will stick out, but it'll be.
Yeah.
I like it better. I just think it's way better than the way it was sticking out. So, okay, so now I got to fix the other two. All right, you can make me little. All I did was take one of these little metal things that I got somewhere and tie them on a paper clip.
Well, it worked.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm going to have an extra one.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of little extra stuffs because I should have made 4 notebooks instead of 3.
Yeah.
Didn't need 3, but. And I decided
the book did.
Yeah, the book just needed 3. I decided in the middle of the night last night that they need like 2 more pages, just plain pages in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So don't ask me why it was in the middle of the night. I have no idea.
That's when your best thoughts come.
Well, that's what I wish I was sleeping.
Yes.
But, it just doesn't seem to work that way. I don't know, Lisa. You might ought to write that story down to add to your little book. Oh dear. That's what we should maybe do. Get a whole bunch of pictures and just 1 picture per page, and then figure out a little story to go with each
picture.
Uh-huh. That would take me
fun.
That sounds fun, but it would take me at least 2 years. Okay.
Well, if
Right.
you use help from the audience, you should get a lot of good stories.
Oh yeah, that would work. Audience participation storybook. Hmm. Okay. Oh. All right. Caption competition. There you go. Oh, we could do that in Facebook group. Caption competition. Oh.
Okay, come on.
Kathleen says it's 30 there and cloudy. Supposed to get some snow. Well, if we get snow, we're in serious trouble. It has snowed here before, but it's been a very long time. What did I do? Put it away. So now I'm trying to clean up too much and putting things away when I still need them.
Well, that's not going to work. Okay. We're just going to put it in crooked and cut off part of it.
There you go.
Because I
Oh,
couldn't get it to go in straight. So.
it took a while for the second one to go international in, but if you enjoy the first one, then you've got that to look forward to. Oh, they're talking about that BritBox thing. I think the show you were talking about.
Oh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay. Better let that dry for a minute, right? That's all right.
Right.
Okay. Okay, that's two. Yeah, I really didn't like that sticking up there. That was just bad. It just did not look right.
That's kind of what we got a couple of days ago, Kathleen. Wednesday. It's just, a couple of inches.
We haven't had any snow yet. In fact, I still have flowers that are blooming.
And where are you at, Gene?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Where in New Mexico? Are you in Hobbs? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm supposed to know exactly where you're at, but.
Yeah, just south of you.
Good morning, Eternity.
Good morning, Eternity. We're glad you're here. Welcome.
Okay.
We're just all doing our own thingies.
Do you know that the way a paper clip goes on makes a difference to me? Oh, gosh. I put the short end on this one and I don't like it. I put the long one and end on that one and I like it. So, I got to turn the paper clip over.
Well, been there, done that.
So,
you're not alone.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I much prefer that way that's in there. That's way better for me. Okay, so now we need a couple more pages. So let's find some paper and cut just a couple more pages. And I do know I have to have at least one more, I think one more thing to tuck in, one more tag, whatever, tag, journal card, whatever you want to call them. But for now, we need paper. And, okay.
Kathleen's in New York City.
Okay. I have this. What is this?
I'm gonna put Jean up doodling.
Oh yes, please.
Because that's funner to watch than people gluing.
Yes.
Or digging through papers.
Yes, or just cutting pages. Yep. That's way more fun to watch. Okay.
Well, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just filling in some places I think need more stuff. I'm glad I have several journals in here though, so I can set it aside to let the paint dry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like to work in my journals on loose pages, on single pages, because I like to be able to work on more than one page, but I can't stand to have my page flipped over, and I'm just not patient enough to watch paint dry.
No.
So.
Well, some of these pages, this book has been around for a while. I think at least 5 years. It was a magazine, and I folded all the pages in, and of course it became unbound, so I had to tie it in. But all the pages have something on them. I just haven't doodled on them.
Haven't really finished them.
Right. Not that they will ever be finished, possibly, but you know, I gotta try.
Right.
Hi, Diane. Welcome.
Good morning, Diane. I was going to say something to Diane. What was it?
I don't know.
Oh, golly, I don't like this brain fog that I've got this morning. Oh, well. I guess it wasn't important, Diane, whatever it was. Because I was thinking, when she got here, I wanted to tell her something, and I totally can't tell you what it was. I love that about my brain. Okay.
I may save these two. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. I forgot we were on Doodle Watch.
Yep.
I may save this one and cut it in half, and I could put two people on places where I don't have a lot of room.
Yep.
Oh, I like these.
Yes, Diane, you are just gorgeous today. I just think that, today is your day.
I agree. Must be true. Okay, I've got these two pictures that, were
side by side.
Yeah, they were like this in a book, and so you couldn't cut them out as one picture even if you wanted to. But because there was some space here, between them, I just kind of cut them down to the necessary people and pugs, But now I'm deciding I may just use her.
Or put him on an opposing page and then put little pictures around them both.
Well, I might do that. I don't know. When I thought I could just glue them in, this was a fun project, and it's like I can't. Evidently, I just can't do that, even if I think I could. Um, I'm looking at this book now, thinking I just don't have that many pages to put all these pictures in.
Oh, I think you
But
will have.
um,
And those pages are thicker than the book's pages. I think you were wise to take out all those extra pages last night.
I think I was too. I definitely don't regret doing that. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure that I'm actually going to be able to fit all these pictures in here.
Aha. Okay.
And so now I'm thinking, should I be being more judicious and just put my favorite big pictures, or, you know,
Uh-huh.
um, I don't
Well,
know.
I'm
I
going to
always
have to
double
excuse
think.
myself and go to the other room, so I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Well, I suggest you put in the ones you like the most, because if you
I,
don't, then you're going to think you have to make another book to use that favorite picture.
that's true. Of course, I have lots of collage books started. I could probably, transfer any leftover pictures into, one of the books I've already got going. Um, but somehow it makes sense if I'm to make this one with the pictures I love the most, because that's what you do. You do the
Yeah.
things you like the best, and so
And it's your book.
it's my book. That's true. But I'm already getting stuff. So okay. While Kathleen was sick, she was watching shows on YouTube about ancient Rome.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It does sound interesting.
I love archaeology, history. In fact, a lot of the series I watch are the, you know, kings and queens and all those history kind of things.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a royal in another life.
You're wishing for the the olden days when life made sense.
Yeah,
I don't know if it made more sense then or not.
yeah, it was a different time, so who knows? In all honesty, they were probably just as confused as we are.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. I absolutely 100% believe it. It's our, um, we're just seeing things from our perspective, and it seems like a simpler time, but it really probably wasn't that much. See, I like this guy in his yurt, but I'm not sure I wanted to devote that much space to it. And without the yurt, I don't know that I want.
Yep.
Okay, we'll put this boy over here. He can be sliding down, and she's running away from him. She's not stepping on any of the cracks, though. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay. And we're still here.
You're still there? Oh, that one Jean's working on now looks really interesting.
Yeah, it does. I think I'm fixing to stick her back up there
Mm-hmm.
big so that people can see it because that's really awesome looking.
Thank you. I just decided it needs more color. I know nobody's ever going to believe this, but it's too orange.
I believe it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What I always love about what you do is that you do go back in with more color. I love to doodle like that, but it's all black and white, and then I don't seem to put any more color in it.
I prefer to doodle in black and white and then add color
Mm-hmm.
if needed. But I have a lot of black and white doodles, and you know, but I love to have black on top of the color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at, oh, you can't see her. You say, look at this little girl. She's dancing.
Oh. Uh-huh. See,
There's
those pictures
color.
are so cool. What did you take those out of?
Let me go find the official name of the book. Just a second. It's the cover's in the trash, but it's so huge that you couldn't really um, see it anyway. So I'll just figure out
Uh-huh.
what the name is.
Just found out why Jeff's still in the house this morning. He's working on his story for the East Hill book that he's doing.
Oh, cool.
So,
Okay. Well, one of them is called America at Home,
uh-huh.
and the other one is called The Travel Book. And the travel book is huge. I mean, it's
Huge.
huge.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that book was scenes of different countries. And then it had some people, in there too. So this was a picture out of that book, and it was like, a fourth of the page.
Uh-huh. So it's a huge
It's
book.
a huge book. But and it had pictures from 192 different countries.
Oh, okay.
But some of the countries didn't have pictures of people, they only had pictures of land or buildings or a city or something like that. And um,
Okay.
so
I wonder if that was because they were countries that just doesn't
nobody
have
wanted
a
to be
lot of,
photographed, maybe.
well, or doesn't have a lot of people.
Well, that's possible too. Yeah.
Like South Dakota. Because, South Dakota doesn't really have a lot of people. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
And then there were some like this. They're just like so many people in one. This is at
In
some kind
one
of a
picture,
festival.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this guy right here is the focus of all of those people. So I guess he's the head guy. But anyway, I just find it interesting. Then you got pictures like this where there are so many people, but it's getting on a train,
Uh-huh.
And then you got pictures like this, just one guy.
One guy.
Well, you do have some really good pictures.
They are
I was
good
gonna say
pictures.
that
That was
the people, the whole idea, the whole premise of this book is going to be very interesting. Okay.
I didn't do a terrific job of. I was tearing these pictures out of that book in my recliner,
Uh-huh.
so they are not, you know, necessarily square or even close to square, maybe
Well,
let's
but
just
that's
be
all
honest.
right. You don't need everything to be square, do you?
No, but when you're
Mhm.
trying to get it to lay on the edge of a page,
That is square. Uh-huh.
it works better if the picture is also square.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So, okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Where's that thing? Okay, right there.
Kathleen, do you do genealogy research and stuff for other people, or is it just a hobby for your family? I mean, that you're doing for your own, family?
Another thing, Jean, I think I really like your books because they're small.
Yes.
I like small books because I don't know, for me they seem more doable.
No, you're not, but I'm going to mute.
I agree. I like a small book. I do have one started. I actually don't think I brought it in here. A little bit bigger. I think it's like, oh, I don't know, 8 by 12. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Mhm.
But, you know, maybe it's even 8.5 by 11. I don't know. But anyway, and all I did is go through and glue on weird pictures,
Uh-huh.
like, the smoking dog or something like that. I mean, just weird pictures. There's a background, and then there's the weird picture, and I have other intentions, and I just haven't gotten to it. It just kind of, I lost interest. So that's, I'm going to try really hard to finish some things this year.
Yeah, I know about those things. Uh-huh. Yep, yep. Okay, so now I'm going to just decorate these little pages just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, just little. I think I'm just going to put just little doodads on them, as long as I have 3 of each doodad. Yeah, 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 yeah. That one's not whole. Oh, don't tell me. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Oh, it does not have to be the same thing. It just has to be close. Okay, I need 3 more somethings. This was the box I was looking for, like, just last night, trying to find so that I could um use it, and I couldn't find them. Okay, so there's Christmas boxes. 1, 2.
Kathleen says it's a hobby I do for my own family, but I have done some research for friends occasionally.
Ah.
Wouldn't it be great if we could be really organized with our stuff?
Yes, but you explain to me how we do that, and I will gladly do it.
Oh, I have no idea. I did have my granddaughter this week, a few days, and she helped me
Well,
with some labels for some things. And that helped a little bit, but there's just too much stuff. Actually, what
Well,
helped, she went home with 2 great, big, huge
I
shopping bags of stuff.
see. Okay.
That's what helped the most. Yeah, it's getting
Uh-huh.
rid of the stuff that helps the most,
Uh-huh. Yep,
which
yep.
is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to mute again for a second.
Okay.
When I met her mom halfway to take her home, I said, before I opened the trunk of the car, I said, please, please tell me I can have her again before I open this trunk.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh. 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 Yep, yep. Uh-huh.
I mean, I can say that if my mom had done that to my children, I would have been a little upset.
Oh dear. Oh, well,
But
my
she,
mom's whole house is in my house, so,
yeah, she loves to do art of any sort. And for 9 years old, she's pretty darn good. She has a real good sense of things, you know?
Uh-huh. It's very relatable to fall down. Okay. My crafty stash has taken over the sunroom. I better have a sale soon as I keep walling past and rediscovering stuff. Walking past and rediscovering stuff. Yeah, that's the problem with the craft purge is that you find the stuff that you didn't remember you had. So then you want to go and play with it instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's very relatable. Mm-hmm.
Something I did that
Okay.
surprised me is all of my collage materials, like all of this stuff that I have in these books, every
Mm-hmm.
bit of it, I packaged up, and I hope to have a sale. But I decided I want new stuff. I mean, I've got the magazines, just pull out different stuff.
Uh-huh.
We'll
Yep.
see. So
Well,
far,
I got rid of. Go ahead.
I haven't went back and gotten in them yet, but that could happen.
Well, I went and de-imaged a 2 foot pile of magazines here recently. So they will, I have lots of images. I need to sort my images by how I pull them out. I need to take the time to sit down and actually sort them.
Deciding how to sort them is the hardest thing for me because I think I want to sort them by the project I want to use them in or the size of the book I want to put them in or something like that. But then I find this pile and I'm like, well, what were these for?
Oh, her son tried to organize her stuff, but no, yeah, you can't organize someone else's stuff. Lisa, I found that I have like 5 categories that I want to sort into: little images, big images. I pulled magazine pieces for the color and the texture background kind of thing. Words, because I've pulled lots of words. And then I want to make a category of the stuff I have pulled for my postcards when we're gone.
Yeah.
No,
that makes sense.
Diane, I cannot remember what it is. I should have written it down. It went away on my brain is all messy, so I can't I can't think of what it was. But that's the categories. I picked 5 categories that I want to sort into. And part of it is, I pull whole pages, and it might be a 3-inch image that I want. So I need to cut that, just roughly cut out that 3-inch image and put it in a different place so that I have it when I want it.
Right. Instead of it being in with all
Everything
the
else.
ones that are for
Right.
that you want the whole page or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where what I'm looking at. Because I use a lot of tiny images. I really do. I did send an email. Was it about that? No, I don't think it was about that, because I'm pretty sure I got your email. Just let me double check. I didn't really read my emails last night, but yes, I've got your email. No, that's not Dawn. Well, where did that email go? Diane, I don't see your email. Am I calling her by the wrong name?
No, I think that's right.
It's Diane, yeah. Diane, will you send me your email again, or your information again? Because I don't see it. Maybe that is why. Okay. Okay, is there a way to check my... Nope. That's not what I need. That's my inbox.
I think I need to take off some of this, make this one smaller.
Guess what, Diane? It ended up in my spam folder. I have no idea why, but I have it. I'll move it right now. Okay, report not spam. Okay, I've got it. Don't worry about it. I've got it. But that may have been why, because I didn't see it. I can't remember, though. That doesn't seem like that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So, but I've got it. Yeah, I got the email. Oh, Kathleen, I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I've got Kathleen's. I've got Diane's. I've got Dana's. I've got Linda's. Who else's did I need? Sherry's. I might have Sherry's address already, but Sherry needs to send me her address. That's who. I will in the morning. It's 1 a.m. here, and I have already dropped my phone on my face twice. No, don't worry about it, Diane. I got it. It was just in my spam folder for some reason. Don't ask me why. I Google and I don't seem to have the same opinion about things, so. We both seem to have, very different opinions about what we're supposed to be doing. So, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. It's too close to me. What's going on here? Maybe. There we go. I don't usually have that problem. So, I left the pin out. Oh, I like the lions. It's too bad that they're on that page.
Yeah.
Oh, when you pulled all those pages out, I bet you pulled a bunch of images out too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And I've got the whole stack of the pages somewhere. And I set them down and I thought, I really should just throw these away because it's not like I need old book pages. But I didn't. I still have them. In fact, I think I
Yeah.
see them over there in the bookcase. But there was a little hole where I took out a book and I just stuck them in there.
Yep, that little hole could get to you every single time.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I do love this glue. I thank you so much for telling me that I needed to buy it.
It's really good.
Uh-huh.
I love it
It
too.
is.
What kind of
Look
glue
at
is
this picture.
Art glitter glue.
it?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a really. Oh, I love that
Everybody
little
in the
boy.
picture is looking where they're supposed to, except this one little guy.
One little boy. Uh-huh. He's looking at the photographer.
Yeah,
Use them
kids are
glue.
kids all over the
Use them
world.
for glue. Diane says to use them for glue pages. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for your trash glue, to
Oh, yeah, that's true. I could do that. That would be at least
Mhm.
be some sort of they would get some
rather
sort of use.
repurpose instead of just trash or recycle. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that just decorates. I'm just decorating the corners of the pages just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so but we got to do it the other way
Well,
here, so we can.
sometimes a little bit's enough, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
If we look here, we can see when it's not.
Oh,
See,
well, you have
she
to
needs a
put yourself.
lot.
You have to put yourself up on the screen so we can see you.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Jean. That's when a
Oh,
little bit is not enough.
that's right.
I know.
Absolutely.
Whoever said less is more was so wrong.
More is definitely more.
More is definitely better. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, and she was on the screen so you couldn't see my little decorated picture. That's okay because I'll show them in
Just
a
a second.
minute.
I'll come back and show
No,
it.
it's all
Well,
right. That's all right. I like to watch
okay.
Jean.
I do
Um,
too.
I, I'll just show all the pages when I get them done. I'm just
Alrighty.
gluing little bits on the page. Is okay, but isn't there a way where you can put one big and two tiny little spots?
One big and two tiny little spots.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
two.
but I think it has to be the person who's doing the host is always the one that's big.
Okay. Well, then that doesn't work.
I don't think um
You can't make them. You can't make it rotate. Yeah. All right. Well, go back to Jean because that's way more fun to look at. Because
that
all I'm doing is
actually this one does that look bigger than it did before?
A little bit, but
Yeah,
not
maybe.
much.
Yeah, because no, it's the same. It
It's the
looks
same.
bigger. Okay.
Whoever said that was
Sorry.
definitely not a crafter or an artist. It was someone that hates to dust.
Well, I would have to agree with them on that premise, but I mean, when you have to dust stuff,
Yeah.
less is definitely better. But
Speaking of dust, we got a new couch for Christmas, and so things had to be rearranged. And
Mm.
I put up a lot of knickknacks. I'm like, yeah, no. Having almost 2-year-old twins that like pop in
Yeah.
anytime, it's
yeah,
easy to take it away from them than
Yeah.
fight two at once. Every other
well, it
grandkid and
worked.
my kids, I just told them no, but I don't know, these two,
Two at once doesn't work that way, uh-huh.
uh-uh.
Maybe that should go on my list.
Gloves.
Gloves that aren't lined with more glove.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. I'm gonna find gloves at Walmart
Okay.
and not worry about it. Right?
Good luck. Hope it works out.
Love you.
Love you too, babe.
Bye.
Bye bye.
What is prong on? Because I'm not sure I'll be available.
Okay.
I plan to be, but I don't know that I will be.
I understand. Don't fret.
His water outside is frozen, but I'm changing his water in here.
Okay.
I don't have much in the way of knickknacks because I just that's just not me. I had a bunch of stuff. I collected wind up toys for years, and we had displays of them. And I love interactive books, kids books, that are interactive. Love them.
Right.
And I had dozens and dozens of them. When we moved from South Dakota, I pretty much got rid of all that stuff. I hadn't put the toys out in ages, and the books just I kept a few of my favorites. That was you have to keep a few of your favorites.
That's
But
true.
other than that, they all went away. Mhm.
Okay. Some of these I'm saving because I know I could cut them down a little bit if I need to. So,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
um,
To make them go on the perfect page. Yep.
yeah. I want y'all to know I turned down a chance for a chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A.
I wouldn't have turned that down.
Oh, those are so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to not spend money on things I don't need, and I have food to eat here. So, but Hannah's trying the same thing, but she gave herself a reward. If she didn't spend any money all week, she could go get Chick-fil-A for breakfast this morning. So,
Well, that's a
so
really good reward. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I have a bookcase full of blue glass. I call the dust, texture, and grunge.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
I only dust when my son's coming over because he's the only one that'll comment. Good thing they
I
live far away.
I kind of dust when you can write in it. When it gets so bad that it's like thick enough to really write in. Oh, I have got to hunt up my other pen. Okay, there we go. There we go.
It's like when we got the new couch, we had to pull it out a few days before delivery so that the people would see all the dirt under it.
Underneath, yes. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
my couch is huge. It's like 7 feet long, and it it's deep enough that the bottom cushions you can put a twin size sheet on them and it fits perfect.
Ooh,
Wow.
I
And I
remember
got it that
sitting on there.
yeah, I got it that way because I thought, I was living in a little one bedroom place, and I thought if somebody wanted to spend the night, they would have a place to sleep. And it was big and comfortable, and most of my friends were tall, and um so I got it, and that was, I don't know, 30 something years ago.
I was
Anyway,
gonna say. Mm-hmm.
it is now Sparrow's place. It's the place he sits. It's the place where Hannah sits with him, and the back cushions were so yucky, not because of Sparrow, just because of time and people wallering on it, that I kind of changed them out for just a flat. I put a flat piece that was bigger than the other ones into the zip up thing.
Uh-huh.
And so it looks really weird, but it works great for Cubby and Hannah. But I told her um that before the day they leave, TJ and Ethan are going to move that couch out into the front by the street so the city can come pick it up because I'm so over that couch. And
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to get rid of it until Sparrow has another place to be. But um,
Yep. Uh-huh.
but I'm ready. I don't know what I'm going to put in that place. I'm going to let it percolate.
Well, you have your lounge chair, so your recliner, so you
Yeah,
don't have to have it right now,
that's right. Uh,
and
and when I see the right thing, I'll know it.
right. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We were not looking for a couch. My husband's recliner was plumb nasty. And when we went, and I thought, well, I might sit in a recliner. So I tested them too. And I decided I wanted a recliner too. So we just got a couch with two recliners.
There you go.
Ah,
We have
okay.
we have two recliners on one side, and then we have this big couch on a different wall. And don't want to do without the recliners for sure. I love my recliner, but
See, and
um,
I do not like sitting in a recliner, at all. I find them uncomfortable. But
well, I do
Jeffrey
have
needs.
to adapt it. I mean, I have to push myself way back in it because,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but
3 snacks and
I
faces
can't
and
leave my
nothing.
feet elevated very long. My knees go numb.
I hope Diane is still here to hear me say bye. Oh
oh,
no.
I didn't know she was leaving. I missed
Uh
it.
yeah, she just said that she was watching on her phone and she kept dropping it in her face.
Oh
So
well, it's definitely time. Yeah.
time to go. Yeah. So okay, if y'all didn't see that, that's good because I dropped it and it went in the wrong place. So I had to put it on the other side, which is no big deal. Yeah. Yep. I just dropped it and
Okay. Some of these I'm waiting on until I see if I have room for them. I love these pictures of these children,
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
especially this one with the little lamb or a little goat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little goat, but it's just so sweet. But they just are so huge. That one, I really, really love this one. But they're all they have very sweet, contemplative expressions on their faces.
Yeah.
But I can't encroach on them at all. There is no space. If something doesn't fit just perfectly with them, it won't work. And so,
Yeah, they're going to have to, unless you fussy cut them and put them on top of another
oh, yes,
image.
that is a thought. This one for sure could be done that way.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to think about that again. Thank you. See, I had told myself I can't fussy cut, and so,
Oh, you told. Oh, right. Well,
but I
we know better
can.
than that.
That's right. We do because
Hmm.
I do fussy cut always.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to them because I love the images, but I'm gonna not use them at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's amazing how many pages I already have pictures on.
Okay. Well,
Just
that's
at that
cool.
run through of the biggest ones, it's
Uh
not
huh.
even the
Yeah.
majority of the pictures, just the biggest ones. See, and then there are some like this that are
Yeah.
just
They can.
adorable,
Uh
but
huh. They cover up too much, and you can't really fussy cut enough of it to put it. You could take the one lady out on the left.
yeah, and just to keep these two.
Yeah. And then wouldn't it fit on that page? No, not.
It
Yeah.
not really.
Uh-uh.
Well, it would if the dog's way down here,
Yeah.
and then I'd add something else up there, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
that.
then you could keep both ladies too. Oh, and you know what? Okay, put it back down there where you had that. Okay. Now the lady in the orange looks like she's talking to the dog.
Yeah, she
Fussy
does.
cut if you fussy cut around the two ladies at the top and then put it on there, it looks like she's talking to the dog.
All right, let's fussy cut around the ladies because we can use that even if we don't use it here.
Yeah. Okay, so now I need to punch holes in these holes, and then I need to make hole. What do you call it? Uh, Reinforcers. So maybe I'll make the reinforcers before I make the holes. Okay. So we have. Oh
I need
shoot.
to find my real fussy cutting scissors. These are
Not.
they're the I mean they work, but they're not as comfortable in my hand.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the blade is shorter, and so for each close of the blade, you get less fussy cutting. So they don't, work quite as well from that standpoint either.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, where's my little tool? Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. If I do this green on 6 pages, that means I need nine, nine, and nine, which is 18. Okay. I can still do a little bit of math. All right. Maybe.
Maybe.
I was trying to figure out how many hole reinforcers I needed.
The problem is something's got to go here since I cut out from behind them.
Yeah. Now you got to have something little to go in there.
Yeah.
Is there just a chunk of color off of one of the other pictures that you could just take out? Or look at your other book and see if there's just a, look at your loose book pages that you tore out. See if there's just a piece of blue or something like that that you could put back there.
Let me decide where I want them first because that way I can decide
Mm-hmm.
what I really need. I like this because they're not covering up any of the ladies in the
Right.
background.
Right. Uh-huh.
So, let me.
Jean's just drawing away over there.
Actually, I'm erasing.
You're erasing.
Yeah, I shade out real deep, and then I take a tiny eraser and work it in so it
Make her
looks
big so
right.
we can see. Make her big so we can see that, Lisa. Okay, so you put what in?
I
What did
use
you? Oh,
a,
a pencil.
a pastel pencil,
Okay.
chalk pencil, and then I shade it. Well, I outline it, and it doesn't take much when you go to spreading it out, and it fills in.
Okay.
And I don't want it. I want it to look like shading, not just dark. So then I take the eraser lightly and get it where I want it.
Okay. Now I have pen erasers like that, but they're big and fat. Is that a skinny, tiny pen eraser?
Yes. It
Can you
was.
hold that?
I've had it for a long time. It's a Papermate, tough stuff. And I've looked.
Oh,
I thought it was lost, so I looked for another one, and then I found
uh-huh.
it. So I didn't have to
Okay.
order one, but I did find one on Amazon.
Okay. It's called what? Papermate.
Papermate tough stuff eraser stick. And I don't know if they. I mean, I found one, but yeah, I don't know.
Because the ones I have are like a full quarter of an inch
Yeah, I have one of
across
those
the.
too, but this one, I don't even know for sure where I got it. It just was there, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Because
do.
that's.
I don't have it out here, but I do have pencil where it's a pencil and inside of it is an eraser, and you sharpen it just like a pencil.
Oh, and you sharpen it like a pencil.
Right. And I like those, but I don't know. I just like this one, and I thought it was lost again, but I had it in this way, so I didn't realize in the pin caddy what it was. So sometimes it pays to look at things from the top instead of just reach and grab.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like they still have them. They're not showing up as Papermate. They're showing up as Generals, but it is got a tiny. Um, from the looks of it, it has a tiny refill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I put in Papermate, and that's not what came up. It came up as Generals, but it looks just about like what you've got, and it's got the narrow tip on it,
Cool.
and it's got refills and everything for it. The one with the refills is like $14. The one without the refills is like $8. Um, See, the one I have is more like the Tombow one, where it's got a big, thick eraser in it, in the tip
Yeah,
of
I
it.
think I have one of those somewhere too.
Yeah. And I have multiple ones from back in the day when I did drafting and stuff.
Yeah.
But I
And
have
I
never.
use those too, but I like my little one.
I was going to say I can see where that little one would actually be something I would use.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it pretty frequently. I'm glad it wasn't lost
Yeah. Mhm.
because I think that the shading, that's just my thing. I do it on all of my stuff, so.
Mhm.
But I don't always shade with the same material. Sometimes I shade with a pencil, and sometimes I shade with the pastel, and sometimes the Stabilo, and it just depends upon the project. It's kind of like you know which one's going to be the best for you.
Which one's going to work for what you want? Yeah. Well, and what do you use to coat your pictures with? You don't put anything over your pages, do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That you put them down with glue stick, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah, and I use a lot of people don't like glue sticks, but this is what I use. It's by
Yeah.
Scholastic. It's not, it used to be able to be found fairly easily. And like when school started, you could get the 4-pack for like $1.25 or something like that. And
Mhm.
now it's really hard to find. Office Depot used to carry them, and I haven't found them there for a long time. But I still have a little bit of a stash, so when they're done, I'll probably bite the bullet and buy them because that is what I like. But yeah,
Um,
I don't put it if it's a canvas for the wall or something. I
yeah.
will I will put usually a spray finish on it, but for the most part, I don't finish them. But I burnish them really well, and so far, everything's held up.
Yeah. I tend to use that kind of thing, like on the outside of little journals or envelopes or things I'm doing with. And so I need to put some kind of sealer over them.
Yeah,
But I also haven't been using pastels. Everything I've been using has been, um, what do I want to say? Not non-water soluble. I mean
yeah,
my the pencil, the aquarelle pencil. Once
mhm,
they're been wet, they're permanent. And I
yeah.
use my ink tints a lot, so they're permanent. That kind of thing.
That's
So,
something I need to learn to do again is use my ink tints. I bought this little caddy and it holds my colored pencils and my ink tints. And I always forget about them. So
mm,
I brought it out here today because by golly, I was going to use it.
well, I actually bought myself. I had a set of ink pens, tints pencils, and then one of my subscribers was just unbelievably generous and gave me a set of the ink tints blocks because I'd been looking for them, and she said she wasn't using hers, and I just love them. But it's the big one, and
Yeah.
taking that in the camper is not really, and taking it out I mean, I used the little one I had sitting by the river that last fall, just, out by the river for lunch, sitting and doing. And um, so a couple years ago, we were in Omaha and I went to Dick Blick and um, bought myself the 24 pack of the to go blocks. So it looks like a little watercolor set.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that. I have the big set too, and I don't use them.
Yeah, let me get it and I'll show it to you. Because I do bring them in the house just because I don't like to leave those things in the camper. It gets it's too hot in the summertime. That wasn't good. Um, I gotta find a way to make a path here. There we go. Lisa, will you bring me back up
Yeah.
so I can show this to Jean? Um, it's still in the box. I use them all the time. They have some little sets that are 12 each, and
Hmm.
I think there's 3 different 12 each sets. I wanted this one, so it was one set, and I love it. I love having this little tiny set of the blocks. Come on, open. It's messy because I use it. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and these look really dark, but like this is like a turquoise and some really dark greens and stuff, and there's purples and dark reds and things in here. They look very black, but
Yes.
let me see. I
Well,
think
that's
there's
the
a
thing with the ink tints pencils
yes.
is the color on the tip of them
It's
down here and the color here. They sometimes
yeah,
don't even look like they're the same thing.
right. Hi, Linda. Yeah, and
Hi,
I
Linda.
had been
Welcome,
I had
welcome.
been using my pencils and actually taking my water brush and going like this with the end of my pencil
Uh-huh.
because I tended to use it with the brush more than the pencil. And but I only had a set of 12 in the pencils because I didn't know that they even came in the blocks. When I first
Oh,
bought the pencils, I was in Michael's or someplace like that because that's all we had. And I bought those pencils and I didn't know they came in the blocks. Well, once I found out they came in the blocks, I was coveting them um, when I was gifted the other set. And like I said, the 72 set is just too big to take out.
yes, I
And
agree
I
with
can
you.
I can actually set this on the side table of my little chair and it works beautifully. So I did get this. I got this at Dick Blick in Omaha when we were there. Oh, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Wish I
Uh,
had a container. I'd break all mine in half and put them in a separate container.
I started to do that. But when I looked at the water pan set to because I was in Dick Blick looking for the little watercolor pans, and
Uh-huh.
it was going to cost me as much to buy the little pans as it was to buy this set.
Oh,
Yeah, because I had thought, well, I could just cut off a little piece of each of my colors that I really like and put them in a watercolor set. And but it was honestly, it's almost as expensive to buy the little pans. Now, maybe with Temu or someplace like that, you could get them cheaper, but on
Well,
Amazon
if
and at Dick Blick, those little pans for the watercolors were terrible. Sophia, Barbara Clark, who will be here later, um, she had the set of 12 and told me about them. And she had gotten another set of 12 and told me, and that's when I started looking on DeWint's website, and they said, well, they had this set of 24 out. So I started looking for the set of 24, and like I said, when I went to buy the little pans to cut up my own blocks, this was I mean, it was really and truly going to be cheaper than buying the little watercolor pans. So, okay, you can make me
were you
roll again.
looking were you looking
What?
for were you looking for little pans in a container or just the pans by themselves?
I needed both because I
Yeah,
didn't have a container, but
because
even
I was
Dick
gonna say
Blick.
if you've got a tin at home that's something else came in that you could use, those little pans by themselves are not very expensive. On Amazon,
um
you can buy them pretty cheap, but
Right, but it seemed like by the time I bought enough to put 24 in, and I needed some kind of container that they were not going to slosh around in too,
yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, there were options, but it just seemed like, gosh, this was not that expensive. Of course, I think they were on sale at Dick Blick that week too. So I wouldn't tell you for sure because I can't remember what I paid for these.
I think
I
you did
really,
say they were on sale.
yeah.
well, my
Um,
inkjets
I have to show
pencils.
you what I finally did with that picture.
oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
So I added that little girl back there to fill in the
Back
rest of the
there.
space, and
Yep. Mm-hmm.
so I'm
Oh,
happy with it now.
that's fabulous.
When I got my Inktense pencils, it was around the Black Friday days or something, and
Mm-hmm.
I got a thing from Amazon in the 72-piece set of the pencils. I got them for like $35.
Yeah. Oh, you've
I
got
mean,
to be kidding.
no, I mean
Ooh.
it was like I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I'm getting them.
Yeah. Because if I'd have seen them for $35, I might have bought a set of pencils too, just because, I
Yeah,
do, because the ink tints are something I use a lot. I do use them. That's the thing. Some of the other things like pan pastels or some of those things, I haven't bought those because I don't use the pastels I have. So, you know, I'm trying to behave myself as far as buying things. If I'm buying something, it needs to be something I really want to use.
Yeah, and I
So,
haven't actually since I've started working with Defy. I don't
uh-huh.
really buy much because I have all the donated supplies here, and
Oh,
not
hmm.
that I use them. That's not what I'm saying. It's just
But
that
you have them to look at and say, I'm not going to really use that. Hmm.
right, and it's I have so much from that it's better off just not having anything else.
Everybody loves your page. I've said it to the pencils. Yeah. And um, I have the blocks. I have the 72 blocks and I love them. I use them a lot. But like I said, when I travel, they were just too, I took them, but you just can't use them easily unless you're sitting at the picnic table or someplace like that. And so it
Well, I
just made it.
even find that they're kind of hard to use at home because by the time you open it out and then get the second layer, you've got 36 inches of space.
Yeah, you've stuck stuff everywhere. I agree. Hmm. So I usually can get enough of my table cleaned up that I can put one tray to the left and one tray to the right when I'm working with them. So,
And what do you use yours for mostly?
um, mostly to color with. um,
You
it's
pretend they're
funny, but
watercolors.
yeah, I use them like they're watercolors. That's really how I use them so much of the time. I use them like they're watercolors.
And it
Um,
works great. It really does. It's awesome.
but at the same time, they're permanent watercolors. So when I want to
Hmm.
go back over them with a piece of collage or something, and I'm using matte medium or something to collage something down,
Hmm.
they don't move. And
Yeah.
that was one of the things that I don't like about um, water activated things most of the time, but because the only thing you have to do is make sure that once you get them wet, you get them dry again, and that you've completely wet them.
Yes, I've noticed. I learned that really fast.
Yeah. They have to have been completely wet and then completely dry, but then they don't move, and I really like them for that. When we did the fairy journals, Lisa had found this really fabulous fairy coloring book, and I spent hours and hours detailing in that coloring book with my ink tints. Um, and at that time, I think I only had my pencils. I may have had the
Yeah,
bigger
you.
set.
No, I think you just had your pencils. I think that's when she saw you doing that was then, and that's when you got them
Yeah,
gifted to you.
right.
Okay, I have to show you all this picture just
Okay.
because I
Make
think it's
yourself big,
awesome.
big, big, big. Oh,
I know,
that is a fabulous picture,
Ooh, yeah.
and
but you have to
it
look
needs.
how the orange on the house, the orange in the jacket, the orange cat. It just like
Uh huh.
it just is awesome.
I
Well,
love
and not
orange.
only that, the windows, the white on the windows mirror the white lines in her.
Yeah, everything about it's like it was like this whole thing was set up
Yeah,
just to go together. But and the this may have been, but the cat lives there, the lady lives there. I mean it's
I
anyway. I
doubt
just
it.
thought it was
You
awesome.
know, that kind of a travel picture is very unlikely that it was uh a,
But it's
a
more likely that
posed
she
pic.
just loves this color, so she has it
Right.
painted on her house, and she has a shawl that's that
Uh
color,
huh.
and it made her feel fancy to put the shawl on to have her
Yep.
picture taken. But
But
anyway, I just
the white lines
yeah
in the window plus the white lines in her little jacket just go together too.
yeah everything about it's just
Uh huh.
very cool.
It's going to have to be one that stays whole.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a ton of pictures of just a bunches of people doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
trying
right.
to decide. I like the idea of all these different kinds of activities going on, with
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
I have more than enough for these 2 pages. I've also got these pictures of different well, these guys are not maybe quite as old as some of the others, but different pictures of
Of us
old men sitting
octogenarians?
around. Yeah.
Is it that octogenarians? Is that the right word?
Yeah, I'm not sure that they're that old. Well, these two might be, but
Okay.
and these two, it's hard to tell how old these guys are, but um this one I can tell he has gray hair under his hat. So, anyway, I just thought that was funny. There's I'll have to do an old guy page, I guess.
An old guy page. Okay. All right. An old guy page. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this one, I just thought how dapper they look. I mean, those
Yeah.
guys are on the
Yeah.
town,
Uh-huh.
and these guys, it's kind of the same thing. They're getting shined up, and anyway.
Uh-huh. Well, hello there, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here.
Oh, Malaya's here. Hi, Malaya.
Hello,
I don't think she
hello, Malaya.
guys, if
Yeah,
we have missed you coming in, I'm so sorry. We're just, in our
he
own
says
little worlds, I guess.
we should all start a journal of old men sitting around. I don't want a whole journal of old men sitting around, but I think they can have their own page in this journal.
I'll tell you what, I could take a picture every morning.
One old man sitting around.
Yeah,
You need to
there you
do
go.
pictures of him working though too, because he doesn't sit around that much.
No, he doesn't sit around very much. So yeah, yeah, I could do a whole tutorial on of old men pictures, a whole book of old men pictures, right? I
You know,
could.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
it would be
And
fun.
and some crazy captions. I
Oh,
could do a whole book of pictures I've taken of my husband sleeping.
Jeffrey doesn't like me to take pictures of him sleeping.
Oh, mine don't either, but I
But she doesn't.
Okay.
he says he doesn't sleep a lot, and he sleeps a lot.
So
Oh
make
yeah.
a book and show him how often he sleeps.
I should.
This
Is
is
that
just
kind
for
of like
you,
what?
honey. Don't
Yeah, it's
don't
kind
look
of
on
like
my
what.
YouTube channel where people saw it, but it's just for you. It's not
Uh-huh.
for my old men sitting around book.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, mine works really pretty hard, I have to admit. Now he does sit around and he does sleep. hmm
Well, most of mine are like if we're both old, I think is part of the problem. But like we just went to San Antonio over Thanksgiving, and we would go and go and go and come home about 4 o'clock, and then he'd have to lay down on the bed, and he says, "I didn't sleep, but I have the pictures." And
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
crazy ones, but it's okay. I think even some of my uncles from when I was little and my dad, we have pictures of everybody sleeping, I think. I don't know
Oh yeah.
why.
So she could do a whole old man picture book sleeping.
Yeah, I
That
probably could.
The only pictures I have of Darren sleeping, he has kids sleeping on top of him.
Oh, I have a really good one of that. Brandon on
Those are
top
my
of
favorite
Jeffrey.
pictures.
Uh-huh.
There's
Yeah.
no such picture of me because I do not sleep unless it's dark and quiet and I'm in my bed. It has to have all three of those things for me to sleep. So,
Well, Jeffrey will tell you that's what he has to have to sleep, but that's not true.
Yeah. I think Gary could sleep standing up. I really do.
I've watched Jeffrey sleep standing up. He doesn't do it so much since he got his CPAP and actually sleeps at night. But I have watched him stand up, lean against a wall just a tiny little bit, and be out cold.
And Gary goes to bed so much earlier than me. And I'll come to bed and I'll have remembered something I wanted to tell him.
Uh,
And so I'll say it and he'll answer me and he'll respond. And before I'm laying down, he's sound asleep again.
oh,
I don't know how he can do that.
Jeffrey used to say to me, "I'm going to sleep." Thank you, Andrea. Yes, all those thumbs would be greatly appreciated. Um, Jeffrey used to say to me, "I'm going to sleep now," and he would be asleep. But honestly, I'm going to sleep now and be gone. Um, he doesn't go to sleep as easily now, but then, like I said, he sleeps more soundly since he got this CPAP.
Oh, I couldn't sleep without my CPAP. So
Yeah. Jeff, it really made a difference in his life. But then he used to he when he finally got tested, I got a call from the doctor's office one day. We were living in Nebraska, and the doctor called me and said he won't get in the ambulance, and his blood pressure is 280 or some weird horrid number. And she said he's white. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. And I got there and I told him if he died in my van on the way to the emergency room, I was going to tell his son what an idiot he was every day of his life. Anyways, we get him to the emergency room. They get his blood pressure down. And he's like, well, I'm calling, I'm trying to sort out somebody to meet Brandon, that kind of thing. Well, what are you calling him for? We're going home. I'm like, no, you're not going home. They're going to keep you. They kept him. I said, okay, you got to check his oxygen levels tonight because he has apnea. I can tell you that for sure. And they're, well, what? How can you tell? I said, well, because he quits breathing like 15, 20 times. He set the oxygen monitor off so many times that night that they wouldn't let him out of the hospital until he guaranteed that he would come back 2 days later and take a sleep step. That's how bad his apnea was. So,
yeah. In mine, I need a new sleep study because it's time for a new machine, and I haven't found anybody local to do it.
who do you get your machine from?
I got it from a doctor in Odessa.
Okay, but there's usually a company that accompanies the machine,
Uh-huh.
and because just what?
Sleep Sense.
Okay, talk to them because Jeffrey's last sleep study was done remotely with a machine that uploaded to the cloud.
Oh.
sorry. I didn't
That's
realize
okay.
that was just on me. I was listening while I worked and not paying attention.
That's all right. I was just reading and trying to make sure that I hadn't missed anybody because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it did cost us money because the insurance company didn't really want to pay for it. But we were still in South Dakota when he got his last. Was that true? Is that true? He might have had a new machine since then. But we were in South Dakota, so we were very much remote. The hospital did do sleep studies, but the company set it up where it was he just wore their machine to bed at night, and it all got uploaded to the cloud, and they went from there, and then he got a new machine.
I'll have to check that out because we are pretty remote here.
Yeah. And since you are remote, they might and don't have a center within a ways, the insurance company might cover it better than they did for us.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't bad. You know, the cost of the sleep study, it wasn't horrible when we found out we had to pay for it. But if we had known, he would have gone to the hospital and had it done.
Yeah.
But and that was, we've been away from South Dakota for 7 years, so it's been a while. But they do have that option.
I'll have
Of course, they have lots of remote options now. Jeffrey picked up a new blood pressure machine the other day when he went to the doctor because his blood pressure's been rocky again, and every day when he takes his blood pressure, it uploads it to the doctor's office so that they can check it every day, and he
wow.
go in. Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome. I will be right back.
Okay. Brittany, I know that it's stressing you out. Try not to let it stress you and just kind of roll with it for the time being, because if you really want it from home, maybe it will just happen. Just
Do you have somebody who can watch the sweetie while you're
Yeah,
gone
because
those 2 days? That's a big worry.
well, I know how
Once you
that
get
worry
that
goes.
covered, if you've got someone you trust, then that
Yeah,
helps a lot.
because I had to go back to work almost right away. I didn't have but a couple of weeks off when Brandon was tiny.
Anyway, we're going to be praying about it, Brittany.
That's right.
That
We
the
most
right
definitely
opportunity
are.
comes up and things work out. What's best for you and Kelsey,
Yeah.
and your fella, because how he feels about it matters too.
That's true. Yeah. Jeff wasn't any happier than I was when we had to find a sitter for Brandon. But we found somebody really wonderful. It just so happened it was our next door neighbor's ex-mother-in-law. She had one other little toddler that.
Oh, Kyle can take care of her because he works from home. Well, that's good.
Oh.
That's way better than having to find a sitter.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
But it'll be hard to be gone at first because I
Oh
remember
yeah.
just having a babysitter to go out to dinner. I called like twice the first time, and it was just an hour.
Oh, it was forever before we went out, and then actually my boss watched him. She was so excited that I was going to let her watch him. Like,
well, that worked out well.
well, we Jeffrey. Okay, Brandon was born in August, right? Yeah, the end of August, the 29th.
Yes.
And Jeff.
Andrea, just a second.
Uh-huh.
She wants to see it close up.
Oh yeah, leave her up there for a few minutes because
I will gladly do that.
That's the magazine journal, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Brandon was born late August, and at Christmas time, the library. Jeff worked for the National Archives, so the library was having a Christmas party, with Mrs. Johnson and all of that. And Jeffrey really wanted to go, so we went. And we came back, and Christmas carols are playing at Pam's house, and Brandon is in his car seat on top of the kitchen island, and everybody's paying attention to him. He just was happy as all get out.
Yeah, it doesn't usually affect them as much as it does the mama.
Oh, no, it doesn't. No. Okay, so I got my 3 pages all ready to go in this new book. Okay. All right.
For years, my mother thought that the fact that she went back to work when I was 18 months old, or not quite 18, no, it was before that, but well, I was about a year old, I guess, was why I ended up wearing glasses. She thought it was the trauma of her going back to work.
Going back to work?
She didn't notice that I had this crossed eye until then. And so she just knew that she had done something to cause it,
Oh, dear.
And the doctor said, no, it's hereditary. It runs in the family. And she's like, nobody in my family or my husband's family has this. It can't run in the family. And then I ended up with 2 cousins later that were quite a bit younger than me. So, they didn't show up with it until quite a bit later. But I ended up with 2 cousins that had the same issue. And so that was when she could finally relax and know that she didn't, ruin me.
She didn't cause your eyes problems, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I thought, that's mom guilt is a real thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's definitely a real thing. So how old were you when?
Oh, you can't see it. Never mind.
Okay. Well, how old were you when they figured this out and took care of the problem?
I was 18 months old when I got my first pair of glasses.
Okay.
And they thought till I was about 7, they kept expecting me to need a surgery. They didn't think glasses would be enough.
Okay.
To do the muscles. Both of my cousins who have the same issue, they did have to have the surgery because glasses wasn't enough to do it for them, but it was enough for me. So I didn't have to have the surgery. But I remember when I was 7 and I had to start going to a different doctor. Because I was going to a surgeon up till then,
Yeah.
in case I needed the surgery. And it just tore me up to have to go to a different doctor, because I thought, I liked him. I didn't.
Well, I didn't get glasses until I started kindergarten. Of course, I was 4. Yeah, I think I was 4. But I remember getting glasses because then all of a sudden the world was so much cooler because I could see it.
My mom was 10 when she got glasses, and she told me that she felt beautiful when she got glasses. And I said, I don't understand how it would make you feel beautiful. And she goes, well, I just always looked so bad when I looked in the mirror. And then I realized, I really don't look that bad. And I thought, okay, well, that makes sense now when you think about it that way. But I was like, did she? Because I know a lot of people, nowadays use glasses kind of as an accessory, but that wasn't the way it was then,
No.
In fact, glasses were like, well, they're still a really major expense, but it was a burden on the family to have glasses,
Well, yeah, a major expense, yes, because when I had my cataract surgery done,
yeah,
okay, used to be like every 2 years, I paid close to $2,000 to get 2 pair of glasses because I have to have sunglasses that match my glasses and they're the exact same frames, the exact cut of the same lens, everything, so that I don't so that I can see, because I cannot switch glasses back and forth. So when I had my cataracts done, the lenses were going to be $1,200 specials because I have a really bad stigmatism. So the specialty lenses for my cataracts were going to be $1,200 for each eye. But when you figure the fact that I don't have to buy glasses for the rest of my life, that means that I'm not spending that $1,900 every 2 years. So because it's like, okay, I pay this $1,200 this time and then $1,200 for the other eye, but I don't buy glasses now. So I've already saved money by spending money. But yeah, because my glasses were horrible priced, and they had to go usually to some major city to be cut because, like here in Pensacola, they whenever they eye doctor sent them off, they had to go to Ohio somewhere to be cut. So then when they come back and they're not right, then you have to do, whatever's next to get the right ones.
Yeah.
So
Sophia.
I did my first and second pair of glasses. I was 7. Came home, looked in the mirror, and cried and cried. They were hideous. I only get clear plastic ones, either pink, fleshy salmon pink, or blue. That was it. Oh dear. Oh.
They had, I think you had one choice for glasses when I first got glasses.
Oh, I'm sure because you
One
were
choice.
so little.
That was it.
Yeah.
And
well, and now they can give glasses to such little ones that they have them in that rubber stuff so that they, they won't hurt themselves with them. And they're just the advances that they've done with that.
yeah,
Is just amazing.
It's incredible. Well, I know my mom said she was really worried when I got glasses that I wouldn't wear them. Because I was so little that I'd just take them off and throw them down and break them or whatever. But she said I wore them every minute of every day, and I never took them off, and I never broke any of them because I was just so happy to be able to see.
Yeah. That's.
And I was too little to tell her with words how much that I liked them, but I told her by just wearing them.
Yep.
Not having to be nagged.
Now, Jean, is the pale green that's there, is that paint?
Yeah.
So did you paint it before you put your images on it?
Yes. I painted the whole book.
Okay.
And different colors. Sometimes they were lots of colors, most of the time just one. And then I went back with images, and normally when I do a collage, it's more like this one where it's kind of got a border and then, something. But whatever. I done it where I put a lot of little bitty bits that had no rhyme or reason. And once I did that, I was like, oh, I love that style. And so I do that quite often now. But actually, I don't do any of it much anymore. But I'm working on it. So each one's got its own personality.
Yeah.
And most of them don't have I don't have any kind of theme or any kind of plan. It just happens.
Well,
and I don't always do a focal. Thank you. Somebody, I don't know who Function of Light one
Andrea.
is. Andrea. Thank you. I enjoy doing this. And like I said, when I cleaned out my room and found how many art journals is what I call these, and that weren't finished, I decided.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I started this one before my mom died because I started it in Kansas. This was actually a beautiful magazine about flowers in Kansas. And when I did this, my sister had given it to me. She says, well, I thought you would use the images. And I said, no, it's a perfect for this.
Yeah.
But I kind of hurt her feelings, but it's really what I wanted. So, and my mom's been gone for 7 years this month. So it's time it got finished.
Well, that
Okay,
that
I need a
it kind.
question.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I need a opinion.
Well, then you have to make yourself big where we can see you.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's what I had a little space there, and I thought, I wonder if these girls will fit,
Yep.
and they do.
They're,
Okay.
they're cute little teenage girls giggling at all the things everybody's doing.
There you go. They just think, well, these are like tweens or something. They're not quite teenagers, I don't think, but still, they're at that age where everything's hilarious. So,
Yeah, everything's funny. Uh-huh. Life is
alrighty.
life is so good at that age, right? Mm-hmm.
They have no idea what's in store.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's fine. It's better to stay that way as long as you can.
No kidding.
Every child deserves to have years where they have no idea that there's meanness in the world. Most of them don't get to not know that, but I think they have the right to have a,
Mm-hmm.
not have to worry about it for a while.
I don't know, with some of the bullies in the school systems.
That's true, but I homeschooled my kids, so
Well,
if
my
there were,
grandson has been homeschooled since all the COVID stuff.
yeah,
And with the twins, it's just been really difficult. And so he starts Monday at a high school that is incorporated in the junior college.
well, that's cool.
So I'm
Mhm.
hoping it's smaller and does good, because he did try one of the junior highs or middle schools, is what they call them now,
Yeah,
in Odessa, and he was bullied a lot.
Mm.
So I'm hoping this goes good for him, because he needs the socialization skills.
I was gonna I was gonna say that is why Brandon was not homeschooled. It's because Brandon needed the socialization. Um, Being an only child and with he's very bright, and so he isolates himself even with people around. So it wasn't maybe the best choice for him, but I thought it was the best choice.
Yeah, that's the way Riley is. He prefers to just stay in his room, and you know, but he was born with a heart defect. So his first 3 years of life, he didn't go around anybody.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of maturing. He just turned 14, and I see a lot of maturing in him.
Okay, I need a couple more tags to flush this out. So that's what I'm going to do now is make some little tags. And I cut these off the other pages so I can just cut those into tags and do something with them. So that is my plan with this, is just to make tags out of these. Innocence, and we don't get enough of it. That's true, Andrea. Bye, Miss. Oh, Sophia's buying. Bye, Sophia.
Bye, Sophia.
Y'all have some weird ringtones. Have you heard mine, Andrea? Has mine rung lately? Because mine is definitely different. I'm going to wait till she tells me before I tell her what it is.
Mine is just a plain old phone. Now my messages sounds like a train, but I've thought about changing mine once in a while, and then I realized that I get confused. So
Well, mine plays bad to the bone, Andrea. By the Goodfellas, I think is what the band is. It's an old band.
Okay. Got 2 texts and a phone call. Like,
Wow,
I'm busy.
popular this morning. Mm-hmm.
Well, that page is stiff. Okay, now we know what it's going to be like when we got stuff on both sides.
Well, see, that's the thing is I was afraid you had, and it's filling up the book more than you thought, doesn't it?
Yeah. Of course, part of it is I'm sticking these down in there,
Uh-huh. And
that does that. It makes them.
yeah,
But I don't really like the idea of white space in there.
in there. No, I wouldn't either. Good morning,
So,
Becky.
hey, Becky, hello. Glad you're here. Red nails. Who has red nails?
Well, I don't
You have
know
red
because
nails,
Becky.
Jean?
no.
No.
No, she said hi, Becky, and how are you and your lovely red nails today?
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
It was
I'm sorry.
Beth
That was
that had
Beth.
nails.
That was Beth that had red nails. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Now we know. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, do we have 3 of these? 1, 2. Come on, we need a third one so that we can make 3 alike because, we want 3 alike. Of course, don't have 3 of them. 1, 2. See?
I don't know what kind of ceremony this is, but isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's a wedding because this girl has a veil covering and everybody else has something tied. But it's beautiful, whatever it is. You can't see any people's faces, but it's so beautiful.
You can have them all cut out and still not have the ones you want, right?
That's true. Unfortunately.
You would have thought that I could have at least cut out 3 candy canes. But apparently not. And I have no idea where that stuff is to cut out some more.
Darla, my stepsister, just texted me wanting to know my mom's favorite kind of um, her favorite kind of cake because they're going to Nothing Bundt Cakes to get birthday bundt cakes for my stepfather's birthday. And I keep thinking his birthday's in February, and so I totally have done nothing for him. I feel terrible.
Uh-oh.
I'll do something tomorrow. Um, but I couldn't tell her. I was like, I have never heard my mom express that she has a favorite kind of
Cake.
cake. And so it must be that she just likes them all and she doesn't have a favorite because I think living as close to her as I have, all my life, I would know if she had a favorite, you would think.
Favorite cake, yeah.
But
Now, here's the thing. She could be like me and not like cake.
oh, she likes cake.
She
I
likes,
mean, I
I
know
mean,
that because she eats it, but
I eat cake, but that doesn't mean I like cake
well, why would you eat it if you don't like it?
because it's sweet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, let's just put it this way. Cake is not my favorite.
Well,
I
it's
would
not my favorite either, but
I would much
I know
rather
which
have
kind I like best.
I would much rather have a pie. Which kind do you like best?
Chocolate.
Red velvet.
Carrot.
Red
That's,
velvet was Darren's for
if I
cake,
have
but
to
he doesn't really like cake either. He liked pie.
Yeah, If I had to choose, I would have carrots. But oh,
I
I
like
found it.
carrot cake too.
I found the page so I can cut out another candy cane. Oh, and I can cut out another one of those too. This little strip across the bottom is always a good
Poor Scott.
that
He
can
probably had to have lots of cake in his life. She said Scott doesn't like cake at all. His mom did wedding cakes.
Oh, yeah. And if I'm going to a wedding, I can pass on the cake. All
I
that
do pass
frosting.
on the cake quite often at weddings.
Yeah. All that frosting on the cake is just,
Which is what I ended up paying quite a bit more for my wedding cake because I didn't like wedding cake. And I wanted a spice cake
uh-huh.
and I wanted cream cheese frosting.
Yep.
And it's not as easy to work with as some others, and so you have to keep it colder and all that kind of stuff. So I ended up paying probably $100 more for my cake than I would have.
Cake.
And then I didn't even eat anything except the one bite that Darren put in my mouth. So, but I was happy that I had something besides white cake to feed people.
When we were first married, the neighbor next door to us did wedding cakes. And I don't know how many mistakes we got. Or, they'd have to level off the cake and she'd bring us just the top of the cake.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Apple or cherry pie? Yeah, Jeffrey really likes cherry. I like pumpkin. Of course, I'll eat. I like cherry too. I like lemon, but I don't like meringue. So I always ate the lemon part of the pie, but not the meringue part, because my dad's favorite pie was lemon meringue pie. Now key lime pie is really good. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
I think that's Ethan's favorite is key lime.
Mine is cherry, and that's what my husband's is too. So
I don't necessarily have a favorite pie, but I do have pies I like less than others.
Yes. You were talking about plum pecan, and I I would rather not eat pie than to have pecan. It's just to me, it's so sweet that I really
That's
don't like it.
that's exactly me, and I don't eat it. I just let everybody
Mm-hmm.
else have it. It doesn't bother me a bit. I
Yeah.
remember my mom feeling bad because all she had was pecan, and I didn't want any. And I said, "You
Oh
don't need to feel bad." I said, "It's not like I
no.
feel deprived. If I wanted pie, I could eat it. I just don't want it. I don't like that pie." So,
Yeah.
and she makes brownies. I like brownies. I love
Oh
brownies
yeah.
actually, but I don't like them with
Mm-hmm.
pecans in them. And
Oh,
because I
see.
don't like that texture shift
Oh,
from the
okay.
soft brownie to the crunchy pecan. I don't care for that.
Banana
And
coconut
so,
cream is Becky's. Yeah. Yeah. And see, I like pecans in brownies. I like all kinds of nuts in things. I don't like banana coconut cream pie either. Yeah, you can keep both of those.
I don't
Yep,
like
yep.
coconut, so
Oh, I do like coconut. I like to eat coconut just as it is.
I really don't like bananas, but I do love banana nut bread. So,
Okay, I don't like bananas either, but I do like banana nut bread. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
oh, thank you. You're the first person I've ever met that didn't like bananas too.
Oh yeah, I don't like bananas. I mean, I eat them because they're good for you. I mean, I don't eat them often, but especially in the summertime, when it's hot and whatnot, I do eat them because the potassium in a banana is really good for you. But
I can't eat them. It's a texture thing, I think.
okay, I can eat them. I just don't like them. Okay, so now I can't. Okay, so now I found my little candy canes and I can't seem to make the thing work. Let's let's try something different. Try something different. Okay, make a kind of different little collage, some other kind of thing. Okay, that will work. Don't you think, Lisa? Oh,
let me make you big. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice.
okay, that one will work. I can do that one. So, um, do that. I need three of those things then. One, two, three. All right. But I was trying to make the this thing work, and it just after finding it and cutting it out, now it doesn't work right. It's like, oh yuck, I don't like that. hmm Still don't like it. You can make me little again until I figure it out.
Alrighty.
Watch me after I hunted down this stupid candy cane, but not be able to make it work. just. It's 10:30.
I know.
Do we switch
Getting
people
there
again?
at
We
11.
switched.
Yes, we
um,
do. It's
Okay,
gone by
well,
really fast. Thank you, Jean.
yeah, thank you very much, Jean. Maybe you should make Jean big for a little bit, but wait just a minute before you do it because I'm going to do Tina's. Hi, Tina. Welcome, welcome. Um,
Hello, Tina. Welcome. Glad you're here.
I'm going to do a little giveaway for our birthday. See, this is a birthday embossing folder. Yeah, Jean's pages are awesome. All of them are. Um, so how many people are in here, Lisa?
26.
26. So we better do 75. So I'm going to type start, and when I do, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 25, or 1 and 75. 1 and 75, please. Just give me a minute to type the start. Okay, I've lost my cursor. There it is. S-T-A-R-T. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 75. Because the closest without going over is going to win this little embossing folder that says happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Nicola. We're glad you're here.
44, 45, 46, 57, 59.
Everybody stayed in the middle.
I was gonna say they have like minds today.
Yeah.
How's this with the candy cane with the 2 packages? If I have 2 packages, does that look cute?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I was trying to do, and before it wasn't working. So hopefully that works now. So, are they choosing numbers? I hope they're choosing numbers. Oh, wait. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of people don't want to choose a number.
People are afraid they'll have to make birthday cards if they have that.
If they have that, oh.
They won't have an excuse not to make birthday cards anymore. Oh, if I just had that embossing folder, I could have made your birthday card.
Could have made a birthday card. Yeah. Yep. See. Just needed that one embossing folder. Okay. Malay got 8. I noticed that Andrea might be lagging a bit, or we might be lagging a bit. That's why I was kind of waiting. So, I just wanted to make sure everybody had a chance, that nobody was gone off to the little girl's room. Just a minute more, and then I'm going to put in stop. Andrew said, be right back earlier. Okay, well, that's all right. She'll be around later. So I'm going to tell it stop, and then we're going to get the thing and choose. No, I'll get the thing and get it ready. I have to find it. There we go. All right. S-T-O-P. There we go. All right. Generate. 52. Closest without going over would be probably 49. Didn't I see a 49? Anne is 45.
There's a 59.
We got 46.
46 is the last one I see.
I think Belinda.
Belinda's the winner.
Okay, Belinda, just give me just a minute. I am going to. Belinda has 46. Thank you, Brittany. That's helpful.
We're glad when other people agree with us, because then we don't feel like we missed something.
Yeah, well, in StreamYard, the chat doesn't have as much of a line.
Yeah.
I have to spell, and I can't see that screen very well. Belinda, I need you to send me your email address. Now, if you give me a minute, I will put it on the screen. It's since we're on Lisa's channel. I need you to send me your email address so I can send that to you. Okay, T. Okay, my email is up there, Belinda. So I need you to send me your address, please, so that I can send that to you. Um, yeah, they might have to make a birthday card if they had that, right? What I like in it is all the other little bits and pieces that's in it, like the cupcake and the presents and the balloons.
Oh, yeah.
You know, uh, there's things you could do with it by cutting out those pieces.
That's true.
All right, so I need that package, and unfortunately, that's not on this one. So I may have to use a different package. I'll have to use a different package. Oh, I know why these are all in here like this, because this is the stuff I was cutting out for Mom's little the little books I made for Mom's, what you call it, assisted
For
living
Christmas
place.
party.
Yeah, for their Christmas party. There's the package one, so I can find my package. The Christmas party was really nice, but it was just too loud. We had to sit in the hall because it was so loud. We couldn't. Neither Jeff nor I. You couldn't talk to anybody. You know, it was honestly that loud.
Was it loud with people, or do they have music going? Or
They had a couple that was playing music.
Yeah,
and
sometimes they play the music so everybody can hear it over their conversation, and then that's way too loud.
Yeah, it was so loud that we retreated down the hallway, and then we finally went to Mom's room, because you could, even down the hallway, you couldn't talk to the other residents. Yep, send me an email, darling. It won't go out till next week sometime. I don't know exactly when they'll go out, but you know, with everything going on, it won't go out till next week. Because I imagine tomorrow I will be brain dead, which I still plan to do my stream on Sunday at 1:30 for a very short time. I will probably stream for maybe an hour. I'm going to do my little book page, and I doubt I'll stream longer than that, but we'll see. Okay, so I now have all the little things I need to glue these down.
This is a fun picture too.
Oh, that one's really cool.
I like that one.
You got to be teeny-tiny to get into those little boxes.
Are they boxes or are they lockers?
Well, they look like wooden boxes, but they do have a hook, so they may be lockers, because they also have a bookshelf. I mean, a shelf up there. But that would be an awesome way to paint lockers. They'd be a lot more interesting than what they looked like when I was in school.
Yeah. Okay, Becky. Well, we'll see you then. Cubbies. Becky says they're cubbies. You know, when you're little in school, then they're cubbies, not lockers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it was adorable, so.
Adorables. Mm-hmm. I'm actually warm enough today. Yesterday I thought I was going to freeze to death. My feet were so cold that when I went course, I got out my clothes last night so that I would be ready this morning, you know, because I'm a little brain dead early in the morning. And so I got out wool socks
There you
instead of
go.
regular socks. Well, I had my slippers on. You would have thought that my other socks were warm enough, but I was cold all day.
That's how I've been. And I have a little heater by my feet.
Yeah.
But when I got up earlier, I unplugged it, and it takes a lot of work to get in that little spot, plug it in. So
Oh,
my toes are cold now.
I have one over by my desk, and I actually have one of those bigger oil heaters that I can put in the middle of this room. But I didn't. I'm in here all kind of very. Like I said, I couldn't even get out of here. If I knocked it over or something, would be bad.
Yeah.
Because I've got junk from this project has like 3 tubs, not just one, and so I have junk everywhere behind me. So, and just for information purposes, guys, at 11 we move over to my channel,
Which is not very much longer.
Nope, not very much longer. I'm probably gonna finish this card and then go because I need to get tea.
That sounds like a good idea. Get some
And
tea.
Get some tea and get everything set up after I get the tea.
Hello, Beth. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Beth, darling. Make Jean bigger because I can show mine later on my channel. And Jean is going to be gone, and that will make me sad. I want to see what she's finished.
Beth wants to know what you're doing, Jean.
I am working in 3 different journals right now. They have all the collage material, but I have to. A friend told me once it's called JPing them up.
Yep, I call it Jean Petering. When I do mine, I say I learned this because Jean Peter does this. So I make it. I'm working on my Christmas journal still, Beth. Guys, I'm gonna go so I can get my tea and whatnot and get everything set up for next time. So, Jean, I really appreciate your being here, and thank you so much. And have fun with Lisa until 11, and I'll be back.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
You're always invited anytime. So, oh, look at that spiral she's doing on there.
I love
That's cool.
spirals.
Okay, guys, I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.
All righty.
Bye.
I'm working in a glue book, and I'm calling it We the People, and I'm just putting bunches of pictures of people. Mostly people, you know, just living their life. And so that's what I'm doing, Beth. Now Malia wants to create some goodies. Yep.
I don't create very often, so this is a special treat.
Well, we're glad you chose to come and spend some time creating with us. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
As one lady I watched puts it, you have a million things vying for your attention every day, and you chose to be here with us, and we appreciate it. And that goes for all of you who are watching, too. Okay, well, there's that page. So there's the end of the book. I'm done. Not really, but that is the last page. I just haven't done and there's the first page. Uh, trying to see if this will,
Thanks, Beth.
both of these.
I got to share with you a pic. I do a live on Fridays with Kim Polton.
Let me make you big. There we go.
It's still not finished, but it will be finished. This is my inspiration. This is a quilt. The designer of the quilt is
Oh, wow.
I think it's Laura Heine, but I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation. And then this is what I've made.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
I have to.
Is it on a canvas or?
Yeah, it's on a canvas board.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now we all want one.
I showed Gary last night and asked, I said, what do you think? He says, well, it needs something up here. And I said, well, I know, but I'm not done. You know, I will embellish it and I will outline it. And I want to watercolor, probably going to watercolor with acrylics, because although I've used like the black is paint marker and most of it is permanent, I'm not positive on what the painty papers might have had, you know. Yeah. So I'm going to, you know, do watered down acrylic and put some color back in there. Yes, I could have painted it first, but again, I kind of, you know, don't know what my mediums are. And then this little part is one of my favorite. This is what started the little grasses at the bottom, because this is the waste of cutting these petals.
Oh, that's awesome.
So then I cut more petals out of other colors so I could put the grass. So I'm really anxious to finish this. I think I'll really like it. I might even frame it and put it in my house.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway.
That's awesome. Thank you for showing us.
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much.
Beth says take a picture and make cards out of it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Thank you, Brittany. I was fixing to get it and I looked up and you already had it in there.
Thank you, Brittany. I will say I haven't put up a lot of videos lately, but I'm working really hard at getting my art back online for myself.
Well, that's the most important thing, is getting it, you know, for you, and then we come next.
Well, I'll share it with whoever, you know, but another thing, Malia says scan it and save it. I have been completely obsessed with making paper beads. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going the whole way and varnishing them and everything, but I just love them and I'm having fun. And it's kind of that in front of the TV mindless activity. So some of the pictures I've done, I've scanned in to use for papers to make paper beads with. And I was like, I have all kinds of papers.
Okay. I may need to take some of the pictures out of that book that are just of the scenic pictures to do these strips here.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to go. I still have the book. It's just in the trash because I haven't taken out the trash since I dumped it in there. But I may dig out one and just see what I think about it on this page, and then I'll know if that's something I want to do more of or not.
Tina just asked a question. Yes, ma'am. When you fill out your bid form for the next auction, that's where you put that in.
I'm glad you could answer her question.
I just smeared.
She wants to know also if there's is that maybe what you answered? If there's a way to become a member
Yes.
of the club? Okay.
Yes, it's just a question on the bid form. Nothing difficult.
Okay. When we switch over, I'll go and pull out something, but right now I'm not gonna worry about it. And I have worked on this through the whole 3 hours, so I'm gonna switch to something else. Trying to decide if I should go ahead and do my old man page.
I really like the concept of an old man book.
Yeah, I do too. I'm like, should I save these for my old man book?
I have a bunch of pictures of old rundown houses,
Uh-huh.
and I want to put that in a book, but I have so many. But my brother-in-law helped find some of these pictures, and I have pictures from Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico. And so I've been working on a digital book with those pictures so I could share it with my brother-in-law because I want him to have some of it.
Malia says she may have to start an old man book too. Well, I have lots of old men pictures in here, but a lot of them are individual. But I mean, we're talking striking photographs. Let me see if I can find. Well, this guy's not that old, but that's a really cool photograph. But I have some, really much older people that are.
Oh, yeah.
There's some more. Those are just the ones that came up right off the top here. They got lots of kids and old people. That seems to be who was photographed the most. Here's a older lady photo. It's a really good photo too.
Oh, it is. You really have some really good images there.
There's another one sticking in my old man book. Here's one. Yeah, that book had a lot of good images in it. Well, and I got out of 2 books, but anyway, I may save these and think about that before I put them in here. But I don't want to not represent the old man in my people book because they're part of We the People. So I have to think about that some more.
Yeah, definitely. Malia, they are actual photos. I bet I have 200 fallen down houses.
Hey, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Just in time to give us a thumbs up and promise to watch the replay. You'll need to do that so you can see. Several times we let Jean be our vision because she's doing funner stuff than me and Tanya. Doing good, Barbara. Doing good. But we're in 5 minutes. We're gonna head over to where to Tanya's place. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up and walk around a little bit. Um, Hannah said that next time we do this, we need to make it 13 hours long or 14 hours long and have a couple of 1 hour intermissions.
Yeah.
So we can go get something to eat and walk around a while or whatever. And she said that way you're not giving up the time you're streaming, but you're just spreading it out a little bit more so you can rest a little bit in between.
Well, at least a good 30 minutes,
Yeah. And if you do, just 1 hour extra, then you could put 2 30-minute times in to fix something to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
But yesterday I had food in the crock pot, so I could just run and grab some. But today Hannah's going to cook for me, so that's good. I don't have very many finished pages. I've got this page, which just looks like chaos, but it's just a bunch of people having fun doing different things. And then this page, which is more restful.
That's pretty.
So, and then I've got, a few pictures in and some other places. Don't have anything there. There's our story page.
Yep.
That was fun. And there's that page. And this one. I'm sorry, but this is just stupid. It's just a stupid thing to do for a picture, but I guess they're not that high off the ground as high as it looks, because it almost looks like the ground is way down here, but it's really right there. But they're up on a piece of one of those things they build a building with, that's just like this wide.
Yeah, the iron thing.
Yeah. And only this one looks like probably a T, but
yeah. If
anyway.
you found a picture of somebody with their hands up, you could custom cut that and make it look like they're hanging off of it.
Oh yeah. And I probably have somebody with their hands up, but I don't know if it's a whole person. And a whole person would be what you would want. But I thought, you could fussy cut this and stick it down here underneath.
Mm-hmm. I think that, you said it's not easy to not fussy cut, but I think it really brings out more humor in it,
Yeah. And a lot of the things I do when I make these, it's like I'm making up a different world or a different story, because it is more humorous than just sticking pictures down. But even, where is that one where I did even this, of course I haven't finished it, but it also looks more, I don't know, it's just more interesting.
Yeah. I really like that.
So, and this is the way I like to do glue books or collage, but that wasn't my intention for this book, even though I've done a little bit of that. I did, a little bit of fussy cutting here. And then wherever I put those.
If you just do a little bit here and there, it's like you can transition to do that, It helps.
Well, and it shows up when you do. If you don't do it everywhere, when you do it, it really shows up,
Yeah, exactly.
So if you really want to call attention to one particular thing, then fussy cut that particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a way to do it in this book.
Yeah.
So I get the joy of doing that without having to try to do the whole book that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's time to move. The bus is loading up. Thank you,
everyone. Thanks, Lisa, for inviting me.
I'm glad you came. I'm going to end the stream and everybody head over to Tanya's.